Alright, we're back. Just gotta adjust some windows and mute my audio for the game, switch the game over, do that, and we are good. Okay, so part of the reason why the stream took so long to get back was probably because I checked Streamlabs just to see who followed earlier. Thank you to Commander Root for following. Sorry, I took a little bit to see what that said, but I do appreciate you for following. Anyways, I do know where to go. I have the TNT, right? Just should have it. Nitro powder, whatever they call it. I think in the base game they call it TNT. Anyways, we're just gonna go to the dwarves, because I believe that's where we need to give that to. I also went and got myself some water and my air conditioning stopped. So I'm gonna turn on the fan right now. There. It's just a little background noise, but I apologize anyways, so. Yeah. I have some stuff that I wanted to talk about today. I've been kind of saving. It's kind of why I played Harvester. It's not a lot of stuff. That's usually my tactic. If it's not a lot of stuff that I have to say, then I'll play Harvester, because I don't really have to do much while I play Harvester, besides react to stuff. To be honest. And it's just really comfy. I don't know. And I use times like this to talk about things. Pokemon is kind of a mix between the two, so I enjoy it. I think we gotta go down to dwarves are like down here. Let's fight some stuff while we're at it so we can grind. Probably be useful use of my time. I've been thinking a lot about roombas lately. I don't know what brought it on, but all of a sudden, like the other day, I was just like compelled to look up videos about roombas. And if you know me, you've been talking to me for the past couple days, you might know that. I messaged a couple about it. But I feel like the ideal pet would probably just be a Roomba, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. And the reason is, it's just such a good pet. Like, I don't know what I find cute about the Roomba. It's just a thing that, it's like a mouse droid. But I find it cute for some odd, weird, like, mental reason. Does anybody else see that? Like, just weirdly finding them, like, cute? Especially pictures of, like, Roombas with googly eyes on them or something. I think I might, like, be mentally ill. But, yeah, for some reason I just think about Roombas in a weird way. Fuck yeah, I love this track. Can you believe that they tried to replace this track with some other good track in the remakes? Hell no. With a crystal eye, even the blind can see. Astos stole it from Matoya. Lore. How dare he? You need to get a pet rock. Except the pet rock doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? But a Roomba, you know, it actually moves around and it does stuff. Dwarves can see even in the dark! You say the same thing? A lot of these people say, Lolly-ho! Like a Roomba will give you unconditional love, like a small dog would. It will play nice with your other pets. Because cats love to ride on Roombas. Obviously dogs don't like them, but I think dogs are just jealous because they can never, like, match up to Roombas. You think Japan sold tiny Roombas. I would buy a tiny Roomba. They could get in corners better. I'm looking for some Levistone. They say you can make anything float with it. A bracelet can protect you just like armor. Okay, that's weird. But it's true. That sound? Narek is digging a canal. That sound is this fucking amazing thing. From Mick Dix. What? You mean McDonald's? Did you meet Smith, our blacksmith? He has the most original name in the all of dwarfdom. Okay, I already talked to this guy. Okay, a lot of people say, oh shit, swords all over the ground. No! That's just an unusable sample. That's just an anime thing. Reminds me of the video with a Roomba with a knife taped to it. I can't open that picture, but I bet it's pretty fucking cute. I'll open it later. It's just of a tiny square Roomba. Oh shit, that's actually a really good idea. Square Roomba. Why aren't they squares to the home defense robot? But why aren't Roombas squares to begin with? Why'd they make them a circle? I guess because it bumps into stuff easier that way. If only I had the rare metal, adamantite, then I could make a truly legendary sword, or a skeleton for a hairy Hugh Jackman man. Home defense robot. Tape a gun to a Roomba. Because hamburgers. The Earth is slowly rotting away from the west. Okay, yeah. That's where we're probably gonna be going next dungeon. Which we probably won't go to today, but we are going to be getting the Earth Crystal next. Like, that's our next major achievement in this game. It's the Earth Crystal, which, as you know, is one of those orb thingies that we have. They call them crystal in this, but they call them orbs in the base game. Orb! Oh yes, wonderful! Nice work, yes, yes, indeed. This nitro powder is just what I need to finish my canal. Now excuse me while I get to work. And he teleports away. God bless him. Straight up teleported. Mithril sword. Helmet. Rim killer. Damn, we're getting like good shit. Cottage. We found a whole cottage. A whole cottage in that treasure chest. Great helmet. Tent. That was like good loot. I don't even have the shit for that. I can't equip that to anybody else, can I? Yeah. So... let's start with the sword, so... Attack 32, 52. Weapon, switch to Mithril first. 3252 compared to 2452, that's terrible. Compared to 3352, technically that is the better sword. Oop. Couldn't resist hearing that great music. 33, 33, 33 for armor, so let's trade helmet, Mithril. Oh, I can equip that to him too, so that's cool. Compared to 29, 46, 33. So my defense actually went down. Huh. How's that work? Maybe I should wait for Great Helmet. I thought I already did that, but... So that raised my defense back up to a reasonable level, but my evasion is a lot higher now, I think. Huh. I mean, it should be better than iron, shouldn't it? Let me check my magic, by the way. I still haven't gotten all the level 4 magics. Have I at least gotten, like... Yeah, I've kind of gotten at least, like, 3 out of 6 of them. But I'm gonna need to go back to, Elfheim at some point, just to grab the other ones. And we didn't get anything else, did we? Got some cottages and stuff. Oh well. Alright. I forgot we can run. Fucking love the fact that you can run in this ROM hack. If you couldn't run in this, then I don't know what I would do. Like, it would just be so fucking tedious. I did the whole like base game like almost without running it. It sucked. I swear to God. Never play it without Final Fantasy Restored, to be honest. Like, you might think, oh, I want the original experience. You really don't. It's broken. Play this patch or a remake. Same thing with like Final Fantasy IV. Oh. Anyways. Like, Final Fantasy IV is a great game. North American version for the SNES, completely fucking ruined. Because they made it way too easy, and they, ruined the translation. That's where the whole spoony bard things come from. They actually kept that in remakes, don't worry. You spoony bard! Get back here, you spoony bard! Why are Final Fantasy games, like, always so poorly translated? It's weird. Like, they don't give a shit when they translate these games sometimes. Grab the orb! Run to us! Brave heroes! Run to the orb! Nintendo of America. Oh, for the bulk of all the Final Fantasy games that got released on Nintendo consoles, censored the fuck out of these games. Like, anything that was mildly religious. Same thing with Castlevania. Completely fucking censored the shit out of them. I don't know what the big deal is. Well, I do know what the big deal is. It's because American audiences, we complain about it, but we're not mature enough to handle crosses in our media in the 80s. We would have thrown a fucking hissy fit. You can't have crosses in a video game. Warriors, restore the light crystals. But now we can't even not have Christmas. The priest was done in when the church fell. See, you couldn't have that in the base game. What did they censor in the Castlevania? They had crosses in holy water. I think they censored a lot of the crosses, actually. Like, a lot of the background elements. I don't know, you can look it up. There's a lot of changes. Especially in the first couple Castlevania games. And just poor translations in general for most Nintendo's games. If the Earth Crystal begins to shine again, life may return to the Earth. My name is Jim. I was sent from the dwarf village to investigate the cause of the Earth's decay. Oh, he's a dwarf. I didn't even notice. I'm just a farmer. They say that the ancients could use a stone to make their ships fly. The sage Stardo lives south of the Titan's Tunnel. He is very wise. So we don't have a church now in this town. That's a little bit annoying. I guess that means if our party dies, like, we have to go, like, to, Elfheim. It was once a prosperous civilization. In this northern world, at least now it is in ruins. This is a well. You might think there's something to it, but in fact it's just an ordinary well. Warriors, restore the crystal of light. Blah 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 blah. This is the place where you can find, like, the graves, right? Yeah. Is this where you can find the one that reads, the special thing? I am the renowned scholar, Dr. Oon. What? You've never heard of me? I can't even... I think the one he's standing right in front of is the one that says the Dragon Quest reference. Titan who lives in the tunnel eats gems. He loves rubies. Come on. Walk out of there. Come on. No, come on. Fuck off. Whatever. The Earth Cave is on the Devil's Tail Peninsula, southwest of this town. This is so much better than the base game. The base game, they would all just be like, get the light crystals! Orbs! Vampire in the Earth Cave is is stealing the power of the earth. I beg of you, help us. The scheme had vampires and shit. God bless. So let's sell some shit. Sell all the random crap. This shit. Don't need it. Shen's has this helmet. Don't need it. Can we buy anything? Knight's armor. Ooh, I want that. Kind of bad, actually. Iron shield, silver thing. Let me see, robotic techno vampires in the Hall where that guy is just Alex Jones. Literally, literally there are robotic techno vampires pretty much in this game. So, yeah. We could buy 3 copper bracelets. It'd be pretty cool. Or not copper, but silver, which is what I'm going to do. So, buy one for Bruce, buy one for, Jens, and I can't buy another one. I'll sell their copper ones. And maybe we can grind up for, another one. Did I just sell, yeah, I did. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'll just trade it to him. Good thing. We're gonna grind, like, most of this stream is just gonna be grinding to get all this equipment and a couple of magic spells. Probably gonna go back to Elfheim, buy the rest of the magic there. We're not gonna hit up the Earth Cave. Falchion, Longsword, I don't think any of this is any good. We might sell our Mithril Sword just because it's so shit. How much is that worth? It's 800. Crap. We're not gonna sell the Rune Blade, though. Because it's good for killing wizards. Not as powerful. I want to see if I can master the art of switching weapons mid-battle. That'd be pretty cool. How much does this cost? Magic. 8,000. That's a lot. I get shit like Kiraga though. I think Kiraga is the first one that's multi-hit. Might be wrong on that one. Okay. Well, let's just bust out some spells. First of all, I think a good starting point would be to get the silver bracelet for Charles. Get like 4,000 more gold. And I'll have to see in a second what level I want to get to. Like just in general before we hit it up. The first part of the Earth Cave. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna want to be like level 15. Which we might end up doing by the time we have all this money. We're more grinding for equipment and magic though. So don't worry about it if we don't reach level 15 by then. We'll at least try to do the Earth Cave. That won't happen this stream though, I can tell you that. So what else was I gonna talk about? Speaking of weird urges, I've had the oddest urge to watch, like, all the Harry Potter movies recently, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. I don't even enjoy Harry Potter that much, but I've just been on a binge watch of all Harry Potter all the time. I think it's just because my mind got broken at this point by fucking Marvel shit. Like, I can't... If I have to watch one more Marvel movie or a Marvel TV show without watching something else in between, I'm gonna go insane. Like, I'm so sick of Jessica Jones right now. I don't want to watch it right now. I think I'll keep watching it after I watch the rest of Harry Potter. fuck. They're not that bad of movies. In fact, I think the movies are probably better than the books. Just because the casting is really good. Maybe I'll do like a little tiny summary review of how I feel about each movie so far. Because I've watched up to Goblet of Fire. I haven't watched the Goblet of Fire, but I've watched up to it now. Sorcerer's Stone. It's pretty boring, but it's a classic, like, 90s movie. Movies just ruin the characters. I mean, they're Harry Potter characters, so you can't really make them any worse than they already are. Like, Hermione does way too much and takes most of what Ron does. I can't argue with that, but that seems to be a problem with the books too. The books are just kind of like... The books, first of all, are pretty poorly written. I think anybody can agree with me on that. I think that's probably why children like it that much, and why it kind of vibed with me as a kid, was because it's written from the perspective of somebody who's like, it's a children's book, yeah, but you know, whatever. You know what I'm trying to get across. I don't know. It just gives me like a poorly written feel, and I feel like J.K. Rowling probably didn't even know what the fuck she was writing until like the third or fourth book. I would say probably by the third book she knew what she was doing. Story, like long arcing story-wise. You can make one character a Sue, but making okayish characters and making them as worse is, yeah. I guess that's fair. But yeah, I would say like Sorcerer's Stone or fucking Wizard Stone. I don't even remember what the movie's goddamn called because I keep getting it wrong. Ever since I played the Game Boy game a couple days ago, I fucking completely forgot the name, even though I've read it like 100 times as a kid. Decent movie. I gotta say, for child actors, the trio, which ended up being like decent actors in the future, Daniel Radcliffe's pretty talented even as an 11-year-old. Gotta say. Emma Watson is Emma Watson. Rupert Grint is okay too. But again, Harry Potter's just a fun movie. Chamber of Secrets is a shit story, to be honest, so there's not really doing much for that. But it's an okay movie. I like the guy they got to play Voldemort in the second movie. He's really over the top. I can't recognize that actor, but I think he might be famous now. The third movie is, of course, really good because it's the third book, and the third book's pretty much the best Harry Potter book. Well, I say that, but I really do enjoy Half-Blood Prince. I think the Half-Blood Prince is probably the better of the Harry Potter books. Deathly Hallows is also pretty good too. But book 3 is a classic. Like, I don't know. If I had kids, I would probably buy them Harry Potter books if I didn't have my ones that I didn't have, or that if I didn't have the ones that I own now. So I do own all Harry Potter books that are sitting in my closet on my bookshelf next to like books that probably should be sitting to, like when I have a copy of Harry Potter next to Ayn Rand like books, there's something wrong. I think I own a copy of The Fountainhead. No, I don't own that. That was a library book. But I own a copy of Atlas Shrugged, and it's sitting next to Harry Potter. That's like a blasphemous thing. Take a book by one of the best female writers ever and put it next to one of the worst female writers ever. Ayn Rand. Atlas Shrugged, The Fountainhead. Ayn Rand. How it's pronounced? I always thought it was pronounced Anne because it's like Ian. I don't care. I'm gonna call her Anne Rand. Anne Rand. Rand Paul. Ron Paul for president. 2012. It should be no surprise to anybody that I can't pronounce anything correctly. She is Snowflake. That's literally what all objectivism is, though. It's being a snowflake, but in the best possible way. Because objectivism is like, you're a snowflake, but that doesn't make you special. It just makes you your own person, and what you choose to do with that sort of makes who you are. What the fuck is the deal with why I'm not doing that much damage right now? I thought I would straight up killed him. Objectivism is a pretty decent ideology, to be honest. Pretty underrated. I would say it's pretty much one of the natural evolutions of libertarianism as a whole. Like, once you start believing in, like, individual rights, like, like, liberty and your right for potential, stuff like that. Like, anarcho-capitalist almost levels of individualism. I don't mean to get political. That's not what I'm here for, but something that interests me is stuff like that, and how that meshes and like collides with how our society functions right now. That's probably really funny coming from somebody who doesn't know how to pronounce the name Anne and frequently forgets what fucking game he's playing and what his first name, last name is. Hello people, welcome to my Let's Play. On this episode of Mint Plays Final Fantasy, we're going to be fighting some tarantulas and talking about Ayn Rand. I don't know. Oh fuck, did I just get poisoned? I should have just ran. This is so annoying. I've always noticed that like my sighs don't get picked up by the microphone. That's annoying. Let's see if I have any cures. Oh yeah, I do. Good. Okay. Excuse me. I don't even think that picked up on the microphone for some reason, but I'll apologize for it anyways. Should have just Ayn Rand. You're right, I should have just Ayn Rand. In the course of human events, sometimes we just don't want to fight tarantulas. And that's why I blew up a theme park and built a big old statue of myself there. And that's why I blew up a railroad. I like how both of Ayn Rand's books are pretty much just like, I'm a man, and that means I get to blow up shit whenever I want. And then her second book is, I'm a woman, but that means I can run a railroad. But nobody wants me to run railroads because I'm too good at it. That's like the worst oversimplification of those books ever. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm thinking about cookies. Yummy cookies. Cookies. I had some pretty good cookies the other day. My mom made them. They were pretty good. What even counts for making something from scratch anymore? Like, when you say you make something from scratch, like, as far as I'm concerned, if you're not just microwaving it, you may as well have made it from scratch. Like, if you took, like, cookie batter or whatever, and then put chocolate chips in it, that's pretty much from scratch. Also, what the fuck are these things that I'm fighting? I didn't even notice. Have I been fighting these? Lesser tigers. You don't use a mix to make cookies from scratch. I disagree. I think making it from a mix still requires some level of skill to do, because I can't make cookies from a mix. But then again, I can barely cook spaghetti. In fact, I can barely boil a pot of water. The last time I touched a stove, it literally broke. You gotta bake the dough and add sugar, milk, egg milk, and all that shit. But do you, though? I mean, you didn't milk the cows. You didn't, make the dough. Like, you didn't distill the sugar. I don't know. Also, holy shit, how am I leveling up right now? Also, how much money do I have? Oh, we have enough to buy the bracelet now. Cool. It's not truly from scratch unless you, I think the only way to make true food from scratch is if you hunted it. Because there's always a smaller part, and then it just becomes impractical. Also, no, I don't want to stay on the internet. I don't know what I was doing there for a second. What the fuck am I doing? Raw ingredients into cooked product making from scratch. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But here's the question. Is it making it from scratch if you didn't personally birth the animal yourself? Like you bought the animal? Okay, let's go a step above, because that was a stupid analogy. Obviously, that doesn't matter if you killed the animal but you didn't, like, raise it. Do you have to raise and kill the animal to make it from scratch? Like, if you buy, like, a chicken breast, does that count? And where does that end? I don't know. Does anybody know? The answer is no. Okay, cool. This is how I do that, I guess. It doesn't count if you do that. Saying no. So, if I was going to eat a chicken from scratch, would I have to hunt the chicken? Or would I have to, like, raise a chicken from an egg? Raw ingredients. You don't need to raise the animal to make a meal from scratch. Okay, but do I need to hunt it? That's what I'm asking. Do I need to go out and kill the animal? I mean, I would be willing to. Apparently, I've read Hatchet. It tastes really good when you've done it yourself. Just grab it and rip into its flesh. Yes. You eat it raw. Old school style. You chase it and then, like, tackle it and then eat it. Like a lion. I guess humans didn't even do that, though, because they still use tools. I sort of forget that, like, cavemen use tools sometimes. That sounds pretty retarded, but it is something that I forget often. Do you remember when you read Hatchet for the first time as, like, a kid? And when you read it and you got to the part where he kills, like, the fish or whatever, that you got really hungry? Because I do. That was a part of my childhood, was realizing, oh shit, I'm not a vegetarian. I would gladly murder a fish if it tastes really good. I don't even like fish, and I didn't like fish then. But at that moment, I was just like, yeah, I want to go fishing now. I think everybody, on like a base level, instinctually, has fantasies, at least sometimes, at least some point, about being abandoned in the wilderness. and having to survive, like survivalism fantasies. I think that's part of our nature as humans. Like, that's why channels like Primitive Technology or whatever, great channel by the way, and whatever the name of the channel is, where it's the two Indian guys who do basically the same thing. That's I think why those channels do really well. It's because it appeals to like our nature brain. That little part of ourselves where we're thinking about, I want to go in the forest, I want to kill fish, I want to hunt, I want to make tools. That's why building games do really well, survival games do really well. It's just something that we have in our like minds. I have a lot of frequent fantasies about that kind of stuff. And we'd all like to think that we do pretty well, wouldn't we? I don't think I do well. I think I'd like to think I do well, but I'm not like... I've watched enough survival stuff where if I retained any of it, then maybe I could do well, based upon knowledge alone. But I'm very forgetful, and I think I would go insane about 2 or 3 days in from lack of dopamine. I think most humans now are so addicted to everything that's happening around them that if they were placed in like an environment, like the average person, like obviously not, there's some people that would do okay in those situations, but like people like me, if you like took away my internet for a week, I would go absolutely insane. Like I would go insane. I wouldn't be able to handle myself. I would maybe last on computer games alone, but even then I would still be stressed out, like, because I require like a constant influx of information to survive, basically, at this point. If my brain isn't parsing 1,000 things a minute, like, it's like I'm running on fucking fumes. That sounds a little heady of me to say. Like, oh, I need to be intellectually stimulated. But it's true. Like, can you imagine just like being bored all the time and not thinking about anything? Maybe that's why boomers are the way that they are. They just didn't have anything to entertain themselves with as children. So they're just like on autopilot now, permanently. I've never been an autopilot in my entire life. Like, I can't remember any time where I've just been like, yep, this is happening now and I don't care because I'm not here right now, bye-bye. That's never really happened to me other than like when I'm playing a video game or something. Like Tetris does that to me sometimes. But that's like a psychological effect. It's documented. I'm gonna go back to Elfheim. I can grind basically the same stuff there, and I need to buy the magic there, so probably a better idea to do that. Where the fuck am I right now? I need to check the map. What's the map button? It's like select B or some shit. It's one of those harder to do macros. Oh cool, I did it. So where am I? Okay, yeah, I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now. I need to go back up. I've already forgotten what I was talking about. Some shit about, being addicted to technology. I feel like my addiction to technology could be supplemented in a very small way by indulging in those like behaviors, like going out and going in a woods or like going hunting or something. I think that's a very healthy way to deal with your problems, to just go out in the wilderness. Like unironically, I think that might be a very good way to meditate. Just separating yourself from most things, focusing on very menial tasks that have a very good net goal. Replace your brains with optic fibers already. Get with the old times, old man. Technically, our brain is like almost optic fiber speeds. Because we have like biological chemical reactions which happen near the speed of light, pretty much. Like, our brains are pretty fucking cool as far as the wiring inside them goes. Just saying. Just saying. So I have fire. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong place. I need to go to the good magic place. Wait, is this the place where the graveyard is? Here lies Link. Yeah, it's Link in this game. In the Japanese version, it's a Dragon Quest character. Alright, some sort of character. I think it might have been another Square game, because Dragon Quest is Enix. If you weren't aware, Square Enix was two companies at some point. Very basic trivia. But yeah, hunting seems like a very fun activity. I have haste, don't I? I might go for Sleeper when I have the money. God, I wish there was a way to just get rid of the wolves. Do I have magic points? Yeah, I do. Not gonna use them right now. Might use them on the wolves. I don't know. Speaking of not knowing anything, Carl Pilkington apparently is getting a show, like his own TV show that he wrote and is starring in. And it's called like Sick of It or something like that. Yeah, I think it's called Sick of It. And the premise of it is literally something that he would think of, so I know it's him who wrote it. Other than the fact that he said it, like when it said that he wrote it, I was like, oh, okay, he wrote it with somebody's help. But no, nobody would let him do this if it wasn't all him. The premise is that it's basically Fight Club, but with Carl Pilkington. In fact, it's literally Fight Club. Because he has a man inside of his head who is outgoing and charismatic. And that's basically the premise. He's in a shitty situation, and he wants to be charismatic and friendly and outgoing like the person inside of his head. If there's not a scene where Carl Pilkington like beats himself up to get fired from his job, he's crazy! He's crazy, innit? No, please. Please, Ricky, don't hit me anymore. That would be great. That would actually be amazing. I want to see Fight Club with Carl Pilkington. Like, not as the TV show, but just recreate the entire movie. Alright. First rule, Fight Club. Have a head like a fucking orange. Second rule. It's weird, isn't it? It's a bit odd. I'm excited. I like Carl, and I hope he does really well. I like how Ricky Gervais has brung this weird chav into my life. And I actually like him more than Ricky or Stephen Merchant. Even though they're the ones who showed him to me. Like, or showed him to the world, rather, not to me. They personally showed him to me. I'm a personal friend. I know Carl Pilkington in real life. My dad works for Ricky Gervais, and he told me Carl Pilkington was getting a new TV show. My dad works for Ricky Gervais, and he says that Portal 3 is coming out soon. It will have Wheatley in it, and Carl Pilkington will be in a core. He will be Wheatley's friend. It will be amazing. Everybody had a friend like that in school.
My dad worked for Nintendo.
It's weird. It's like everybody knows a guy who did that, but nobody is the guy who did that. Because why would you do that? Why would you just lie? I don't get it. Like, I get that it's like, oh, I want to be popular, but if you're gonna lie, at least make it be like a good lie. Like, say that you beat the game really fast one time. Don't like make up shit.
If you go into a certain room, you will find the fire sword in Legend of Zelda.
Fuck. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm like Turbo B. Someone said that to me once.
If you find this place in the Legend of Zelda, you will get the fire bar sword from Mario Brothers. It will be fun, but you have to do it this way. You cannot do it any other way.
And then once the internet happened, that started happening, but like as a joke. So you got shit like,
you must run around the statue fountain in Mario Brothers 6,000 times and you will unlock Luigi as a playable character.
You guys remember that. I know all of you do. That's a static part of the internet's history. God. If... Like, I don't know why they just don't add Luigi into all of the Mario 3D platformers. They did it for Galaxy. And I was actually surprised, because when I was told that you could play as Luigi in Galaxy, I was like, no you can't. That's bullshit. And then I actually beat the game, and I got Luigi, and I was like, what the fuck? There's a whole second game here! And I was excited. But whatever. We don't have enough. I just realized that. I don't know why I thought I had enough, but I was just kind of looking at it, deciding on what we would do. We haven't done much today. We're probably gonna end the stream in like 20 minutes. And by then we'll probably have gotten like one magic. But I think the next few streams of Final Fantasy are probably gonna be like mostly grinding. Getting a couple more magic. Getting a couple more levels too. But that'll be about it. We might try the Marsh Cave next time, first few levels of it. Just for fun. See how far we can get into it before absolutely dying. But not this stream, because I know for a fact that I'm not going to take it on right now. But you know what? It wouldn't be Final Fantasy if there wasn't a copious amount of grinding. If it gets really bad, then I'll probably do it off stream. Just because nobody wants to see that shit, I'll just put on fast forward or something. Or not. Maybe it'll be super authentic and we'll have part 99 of Final Fantasy. Alright. Oh, and the last thing I wanted to talk about. I noticed this the other night when I was in a thread about The Last Jedi. That movie is just so poorly made. Not like on a plot thing, because everybody talks about the plot in The Last Jedi, how bad it was. Which, yes, the movie is prequel levels of bad plot. But the CGI, not the CGI, the concepts, the art direction, and especially the camera work and lighting are so bad in The Last Jedi. Go look up the scene on YouTube where Luke is about to kill Kylo Ren. And it's the first scene where they show that flashback. It literally looks like they're filming a porno. Like, it's comedically timed. It's amazing. They do like a camcorder, like the kind of zoom out you would do on a camcorder. They do that kind of zoom. And it's so bad. But it's so amazing at the same time. And like, Luke's face is so fucking contorted and angry, and I get that the whole point of that scene is it's supposed to be Kylo's memory of how that happened. And then they show like Luke's memories of how that happened. And then they show Luke's real memories of how that happened. It's supposed to be like, oh, it was just a misunderstanding. He really regretted trying to kill him for that moment there. But it's so terrible. That movie is so terrible. And I don't know, like, when I watched it the first time, I was kind of like, I don't think I truly grasped how bad it was. And this isn't just, like, my nerd brain tapping into, like, the group think. I think most people would agree it's bad because it's bad. I don't need Red Letter Media to tell me it's bad. I think Red Letter Media actually liked the movie. But they tend to like everything the first time when they watch it. And then have more detailed opinions later. Like, they liked Solo. I still haven't seen Solo, and I probably never will. I heard it was okay. It's a shame. I heard it could have been better if they had, like, stick directors. At least that's what I gathered. I really hope Star Wars gets good again. Like, if they just figure it out, like, the way to make it good, then it will be good. If they make a good movie, then it'll be good. Dude, quote me. That's such good advice. If you do it correctly and you don't mess up, things will work. Mint 2018. Alright, how much money do we have now? I'm just gonna buy the magic and then we'll stop the stream for tonight. I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. It's getting kinda late too, it's almost 2 AM. It's pretty good though. I mean, all things considered, I enjoyed it. Had fun tonight. God, I hate the wolves so much. Just give me ogres. Just hundreds of ogres. I'll be happy. Thank you. Give me more ogres and worms. So how's your days going? You guys have any topics that interest you? I've sort of expended this piece of paper here that I wrote all of my thoughts on. I don't know. I got some stuff in the mail today. Pretty happy about it. I don't get why, like... I don't know, Amazon... like, took so long to deliver my last packages, but this time they delivered it like 2 days and on time, on the dot. Insane. I guess they were trying to make up for it. But when they delivered my DualShock, it like took 7 days over the fucking time limit. And it was like, it wasn't an issue with the person that sent it. It was an issue with the people mailing it. I think Amazon cares more. I guess they do, because they clearly fucking tried harder this time. Is that it? I think that might have been it. No, it wasn't. Oh god. They need to, like, sleep. I don't sleep enough. I've had sleeping issues for as long as I can remember, actually, but it's just the thing. Okay, this is probably gonna be it. We'll go buy go buy the last dark magic, I think. Probably a good choice. Cool. Alright. That's definitely it, right? There you got it. Okay, let's go buy some dark magic. Black magic. Okay, so we have Blizzara and Haste. So I think the last one we need is like bar something. That might be white magic. I don't know. Let's go see. This is white magic. No. Where's the black magic? Here. What does this guy say? I am a prophet. As time flows, it's misclear. Good. Confuse or Sleepara? I'm gonna go with Sleepara. That seems like a better choice. Actually, no, Confuse. Just Confuse makes them hit themselves. Alright, so... I think we just did 1,000 over the limit, because I'm stupid and I forgot how much it was again. Well, whatever, we have everything sold, right? Armor. I forgot to equip this. But whatever, let's go, sell that copper ring now. Oh. If I can find the armorer. It's down here. And then we'll end the stream. Alright. Scratch my hand real quick. Fuck. Waiting to scratch that for a little while. I don't know why I wasn't. Alright. So, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go sleep in the inn. I had fun this stream. Played some Harvester. Did some stuff. Got some stuff done. Got some stuff in the lodge done. I'm gonna do a save state. And I don't think I need to do that. But I'll quit. Alright. So I want to thank you all for watching this stream. It's actually pretty decent today. I've been having fun lately. When people show up and they actually talk to me, it's fun. If you haven't already, if you don't already know, I try to mention this every time. You know, I feel like it's important enough when I have people watching me to mention it, but you may be watching this in the future on my full stream channel, in which case ignore what I'm about to say. But I have a full stream channel, and if you ever want to go back and watch a stream, or watch a stream that you miss, you can go find it. I have a actual main channel that I'm going to be posting highlights and stuff on at some point, and maybe reviews and stuff like that, and just weird videos. Stuff that I usually make, but on a new channel now. And of course, if you ever want to see when I'm streaming, you can follow me on Twitter or follow me here. I think most people watching me right now are, but you know, it's whatever. You don't have to. I don't care.
I don't care. My name's Christian Rush Chandler. I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Anyways, I hope you had fun watching or listening or whatever you decided to do tonight. I hope you have a great day today for the rest of it. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Shit like that. The usual rigmarole. Good ending to the stream. Good ending. 1 hour. On the dot. 'Cause I'm a fucking amazing person. That's right. That's right! Alright. I'm done. Goodbye.